Alright everybody, what's going on? So I had somebody ask me to make a more detailed video as to how I colored my Glock as well as the mags. So really quickly I'm going to go over this in one process, and I'll color a mag so everybody can see what it looks like. This is the mag that I had done in my first video and the only one I've done thus far. So the white crayon that I used, I'm not going to color this one anymore, so I'm just going to start messing with another one. So in essence, all you're going to need, like I said in the other video if anybody watched it, is some card that has plastic so that it's not paper or anything, so you're going to be able to scrape stuff with it, as well as like any kind of, some dudes use t-shirts, microfiber towels or cloths are a good bet because it's also used for polishing, so it's going to clean it up pretty well. Alright, so I'm just going to use red and green to kind of mess with it. So ideally you're just going to color the wax into the grooves. So the camera's not very focused, it's not focusing close up, so I'll do it right there. Alright, so I'm going to color the bottom two red. So I'm just going to run the crayon over it like such. You're going to have a lot of wax and stuff that's going to kind of fall off and it's going to flake. If you're lucky, if it's a good crayon, or if you're lucky, you won't have to go in all angles and go up and down and left and right, but ultimately you need to go perpendicular to the groove so that the wax can fall off and get stuck in the groove. Cool. Alright, so the 4 and 5, I don't know if you can tell over the camera, but they're filled with wax. Now I'm going to take the card and just run it. Alright, the camera is not focusing. The 5 is a little rough up top, so I'm going to go back over it really quickly. Okay. Alright, that's done. Bang it out a little bit. Alright, now as you guys can see, there's like little waxy buildup, or the shiny areas around the numbers. That's where your polish or your cloth comes in. So now all I'm going to do is just go over them. Really good. And then there you have it. Red is not coming up over the camera very well, but that's okay. The white is much better seen. Wow, that's incredibly small. It doesn't look like I can see it much better here than I can through the camera. But anyways, that's how that works. So now I'll color the Glock emblem and things like that green, so you guys can take a look and see what that looks like. Same way, you fill the gaps. I'm trying to do this so you guys can see the light, but it's a little hard. So try to go perpendicular to the grooves. The magazine is much harder, or a little more difficult to color than the slide of the actual weapon. The slide went in very easily. Maybe this is just harder because it's plastic and the wax doesn't want to stick to it quite as easily, I don't know. You notice how I'm going in circles, and go perpendicular to what you're trying to color. So if the line's going this way, you need to go up and down to fill the gaps. So it's kind of a geometry game. Okay, so that's colored down. Now I don't want to push all the excess into those holes, so I'm going to scrape it off the opposite direction if I can. bang it out. Okay, I still have some wax. There we go. Bear down a little bit more. Start really getting all that trash off there. Well, the green isn't sticking quite as well as the white did on that mag, but nonetheless it's going in there. But anyways, you just go over it after you scrape it, whatever you don't like. If you see it coming back off, go over it again. Kind of just keep repeating the process. And take your cloth. You can see how it's shiny. You can see the wax that's around the Glock. Like I said, the wax from the crayon will get everywhere. So, that's how you do it. And you can do anything on your Glock that has the same characteristics. If it's indented, it can be colored. But that's all you really need. That's all you really got to do. Between the card and between the slide. Excuse me, the card and your polish, your cloth, and your slide and your mags. So that's it. I'll finish this up. I'll color the 40 green probably, and maybe the numbers red. It's a little Christmas tree seasonal deal. It's February, whatever. So that's it, in case anybody wanted to know the process. I've seen guys use t-shirts. I haven't seen anybody else use a card, but obviously you can get the excess off very quickly by just going over it and pushing it all off rather than trying to rub it with a shirt off. So just a thought. So yep, that's it.